Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, kids at home. Good afternoon, mommies and daddies and carers. We are live back on Reading with Joan. Once again, reading with me today is
Jemima
and
Jedida.
and we are still going on a series of books. Jed, what's the title of your book? Can you remind us?
Hurricane Betsey.
Hurricane Betsey. And Jeremy, can you remind us the title of your book?
Science Geek Sam and Secret Logbook.
Science Geek Sam and the Secret Logbook. So we'll continue reading on this series. And before we start reading, yesterday there was a quote. Can you read that Galileo's quote again? And I put it on social media to see if adults can come back to me about what one of the quotes meant. Can you read the quote out, Jemima?
So Galileo's one
Yeah.
was God has given us the ability to feel and the brain to think with. I can't imagine that we can't use both.
So God has given us the ability to think and the brain to imagine. And the brain to do what? The brain to think. So as children, I feel what that quote is saying is you should use your imagination and your thinking process together. Sometimes we use our thinking process alone and don't imagine or feel or try to create things the way it should be in reality. So as kids, Galileo is talking to us from the 16th century. Use your brain, use your feeling, use your imagination, use everything you have in you to make decisions, especially decisions about others, decisions you have to make. If I want to make this decision against Toby in my class, use your thinking and your imagination and your feeling. How will he feel? How will I feel if he does this to me? How do you process those decisions? And from Hurricane Betsey, you can see that yesterday she's quite upset, and she's just upset about another classmate upsetting her. She's just thinking, but she's not using her imagination and her feelings to think objectively about how her upset is affecting our own family. So sometimes we get upset and we transfer the aggression to others. Are we using our whole thinking to do that? So I'm so pleased I cracked that. Yeah, and if I didn't crack it and you have an objection to that, you have a comment about that, leave the comment below. I'll be glad to take this further. Thank you. Okay, Jed.
From page 36, continuing from page 35. And off they went to find Mum. Mum, we're worried about Betsey, said Sharna. Just at the moment, the front door opened. We're here, called up May's mum. Mum, Sharna, and Desmond went out into the living room. May and her mum were standing there. May and Betsey stood facing each other, but neither of them said a word. Betsey, say hello to May then, said Mum. Betsey didn't say a word. May, say hello to your friend Betsey, said May one. May turned her head away. It was the same thing last night, said May's mum. May moped around the house and she hardly touched her dinner, but she wouldn't tell me what she and Betsey had argued about. All right then, Betsy's mum said firmly. Betsey, sit here. May, you sit down next to her. Betsey sat down on the sofa and May.
So that's May and Betsey sitting down, upset with one another. And I think I'm going to see how it looks like to try and settle quarrels with two little friends that are upset. Let's see what goes on.
They're friends.
Yeah.
And May sat down next to her, although they were careful not to touch each other. Right then, you two, said Mum. You're going to have an insult contest.
Insult contest? Interesting. Let's see that.
An insult contest? Said Betsey, surprised. What's that? Asked May. Both of you would take it in turns to insult each other. The rest of us are going to sit opposite you and watch and listen. At the end of it, we'll judge which one of you has come up with that best insult.
Okay.
But no buts, said Mum, interrupting both May and Betsey. Who wants to go back first? May and Betsey frowned at each other. Okay then, as you're the guest, May, you can go first. Think of an insult for Betsey. May looked at Betsey before looking down at her hand in her lap. She muttered something under her breath. We didn't quite catch that, May said. Mum, please say it again. I said that Betsey is a cabbage head, said May, very loudly this time. A cabbage head? Well, your head's shaped just like a dog biscuit, and your ears are tiny like raisins, said Betsey, annoyed. So my head's like a dog biscuit, is it? Well, you're a slimy snake, began May. Can't allow that one, Mum interrupted. Snakes aren't slimy. Their skin is quite dry. Mum turned to May's mum and Sharon and Desmond. Do you all agree? They all nodded. You'll have to come up with another insult. Betsey is a toad face, said May. You're a smelly sock, said Betsey. You're a stinky sock.
Wait, let me show the kids. Look at all the pictures of insult. They're insulting each other. Can you see that?
Ew.
Smelly socks and toads.
Totally you.
Yeah, come on.
You're more stinky than me. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. You're tissue that someone's blown knots and their nose into lots and lots of times, said May. Something very strange was happening. May's lip quivered and Betsy's lip twitched with each new insult that they flung at each other. You're just inside of Desmond's sweaty, smelly squirt when he'd be playing cricket, said Betsey. Well, you're May began, and you're a, Betsey started, but neither of them finished their insult. They both began to giggle, then to chuckle, then to roar with laughter. Just as well, because Betsey's mum and May's mum and Sharon and Desmond were all laughing so hard that they wouldn't have heard the next lot of insults anyway. I'm sorry, Betsey, May smiled. I'm sorry too, Betsey smiled back. So are you two friends again? Said Mum. Betsey and May nodded their heads. Glad to hear it, said May's mum. What did you argue about in the first place? Betsey and May looked at each other. Surprise! I can't remember, said Betsey. Neither can I, said May. Never mind, said Betsey. Let's go and play on the beach. You bet, said May. Betsey and May bounced off the sofa and ran for the front door. Before you disappear, Betsey, said Desmond, calling out her sister. I just want to say one more thing. What's that? asked Betsey. The inside of my sports bag is not sweaty and smelly, said Desmond. Desmond, go and stick your nose in it and then say that, said Mum. Betsey described her sports bag perfectly.
Good. Well done, Jen. Did you enjoy the story, kids? Did you enjoy it? Okay, so what's your question today?
My question is, who did Betsey have an insult with?
Who did Betsey have an insult with? Okay, can you speak? Pardon? May, okay. Tamara is talking. Yeah, let's hear Tamara say.
Mum.
Who?
Mum.
Who did he have an insult with?
What's the question?
Who did Betsey have an insult with?
May.
May. Well done. The first person is Ayo anyway, so well done.
Ayo.
Okay, Jamie, it's time for you to play your instrument before we go on your reading spree. Okay, let's get Jamie. Are you seated well?
And what song are you playing?
I'm
playing Brie. I think that's how you say it.
Is it Brie?
Brie.
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 Brie. Let's just play this.
Okay. Well done. That was fantastic. Meanwhile, when she was practicing this afternoon, I was going, no, oh my God, what's she doing? What she doing was so bad. But it turned out well. So well done, Jamie. So it's time for you to read. Yeah, move back here. Don't move away so we can see you properly. Yes.
Saturday. My mom and dad.
Oh, before you start reading, kids at home, if you know how to play an instrument and you want to play your instrument for us, you can tell us. So instead of only Jamie and Jed playing, you can play your instrument that day. What do you think about that? Give me a thumbs up if that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Thumbs up. Good. So if you think, just tell us and then you play the instrument that day. We'll just tell you to come in. Cool. Okay, Jamie.
Okay. Saturday. My mum and dad are always working, even when it's the holidays and when we're snowed in or ill. It's because of the shop. They just can't close it because then people will think, oh dear, the cheese shop is closed. We'd better go to the mega market. And then they go and buy their cheese there and think, hey, this is convenient. They also sell peanut butter here and bread and meat. So let's shop here from now on. And then we would have to close down, sell the house, and move out onto the street.
Oh dear, what a big imagination.
I didn't think that would happen.
Exactly.
If you sell your shop, I didn't think you had to sell your house as well.
Okay. Yeah, dependent here. Okay.
Onto the streets, begging for money and sleeping rough in cardboard boxes. You get the picture. That's why the shop can never be closed. There's only one exception, and that's Granny's birthday. For this occasion, we even have a special sign which Dad puts up on the door. Due to happy family circumstances, we are closed today. Dad deliberately put happy family circumstances on the sign. Otherwise, people might think someone had died, and they would say, oh dear, poor cheesemonger, let's leave him tomorrow and go to the mega market instead. At least they are more cheerful then. But I don't think celebrating Granny's birthday is a happy occasion. It's 2 hours in the car each way.
Not really that much.
There are 5 aunties who each want to give me 3 kisses when we get there, and 3 kisses when we leave.
Oh yeah, that could be. Disgusting. If you don't like kisses. Okay.
One of the aunties has a hairy chin, very prickly. So when kissing this.
Okay.
I reckon that Granny keeps her mouth open when kissing, as I always end up with a lump of spit on my cheek.
Oh dear.
And I'm not allowed to wipe it off with my sleeve. That'd be impolite. We're not allowed on the tablet or phone. We have to pretend like we like chatting with our aunties. The only good thing about going to Granny's today was that Uncle Jack was coming too. It was worth the long drive there and back to see him.
But it wasn't going to be easy. I had to sit in the very worst place in the car, in the middle. On one side was snotty Simon, who was driving me around the bend by asking me every time we saw a car, "What's that, Sam? What's that? What's that?" "That is a car," I said. "Is a car. Is a car. Is a car. A car. A car!"
Does that sound like someone we know here?
It's a space rocket.
No, that's Jet. That's Jet. That's Jet.
Jerry doesn't listen.
Oh, that's Jet saying something 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, Jet, you said it once. We've heard. Okay, that's
Auntie.
Yeah, go on.
"It's a space rocket. Happy now?" Simon gets really upset and starts screaming, "No, it's a car! Mummy, it's a car!" Mum turned around and said, "Yes, of course it's a car. Don't be silly, Sam." "Stupid Sam, it's a car," Simon said happily. On the other side, Lottie was poking me in the ribs because she said I was taking up too much room. "Mom, Sam is punching me." "Stop it, Sam," Mum said. "Mom, Sam is reading my book over my shoulder."
Do both of you do that?
Yes. "Don't do that, Sam."
Oh, God.
"Mom,
Typical.
Sam's smelly feet are on my side." "Just leave your feet in the middle, please, Sam." "There's no room in the middle," I exclaimed. "Why are you picking on me?"
Does that sound like you?
"Lottie can get away with whatever she wants." "What do you mean?" Mum said. "She just called my feet stinky skeleton." Mum sighed. "I'm sure your feet don't mind. They can cope with that." I made myself as thin and invisible as possible and tried to use the rest of the journey to come up with ways to avoid my auntie's kisses. "I am allergic to human saliva." That wouldn't work. "I have a contagious illness. If you kiss me, you'll get an itchy, scabies-like rash all over your body."
That would work neither.
Call it rabies.
Exactly.
It's more like rabies.
Like it's a dog. Okay, go on.
"I've got a nasty cough. Do you know how dangerous it is to get catch pneumonia?" No, I don't know.
Catchnomia?
Think so.
Okay, go
At
on.
your age, "I've got more bacteria in my mouth than there are people on Earth."
Pneumonia. No, yeah, that's pneumonia.
Oh.
Okay, yes.
"I've got
Can you
more.
read that sentence again so
Okay.
everybody can?
Do you know how dangerous it is to catch
Pneumonia.
pneumonia?"
Because that's with a P. Because that's with a P, but it's pronunciation on the N. Yeah.
"I've got more bacteria in my mouth than there are people on Earth." A sign around my neck saying, "I only kiss frogs." When greeting them, stretching out my hand as far as possible, keeping my arms stiff and leaning my head back. I decided that the last option was potentially the most successful one. But when we finally got there, I was ambushed by Auntie Janet. She grabbed me from behind, gave me 3 slobbery kisses, and firmly pinched my cheek. "Ha! My favourite nephew, Simon, isn't it? So good to see you again." Sigh. I had forgotten to buy a present for Granny, so in the morning I'd quickly wrapped up a collection. I'd quickly wrapped up a fossil and another special stone from my collection. "I say," said Granny, "stones, how very kind of you." "Not just ordinary stones, Mum," Uncle Jack said. "Can you see what they are? Here, an imprint of a sea urchin, and this is a granite boulder, all the way from Scandinavia, from the last ice age." "Well, well," Granny said. "It travelled with the glaciers," Uncle Jack continued. "Look how nicely polished it is." "Shall I look after them for a bit, Granny?" I offered. "Yes, please," Granny said. "You take care of them. Imagine what would happen if I lost them." Perfect. I got my treasured stones back.
Oh, great. It was a funny read today. So what's your question, Jamie?
After snotty Simon kept on asking Sam, well, not really asking Sam, telling Sam in the car that it was a car, what did Sam finally say it was to stop him from annoying him?
What did Sam tell his brother that it was? Let's say Tamara first.
Okay,
yeah. Because what was it?
A rocket.
A rocket. That's interesting. Wonderful. Good. Chibuma, what did you think? Let's ask Chibuma. Chibuma, what did you think?
What was the question?
Okay, Jamie, repeat the question.
What did Sam tell his brother Simon to stop him from annoying him?
A rocket.
A rocket. Okay. Ayo, now you take my next question. What did you learn from the story today of Hurricane Betsey? What did you learn?
Well, if you keep teasing somebody, you'll just get teased more and more and more. The teasing will not stop.
That is beautiful. I just love the answer. She said, if you keep teasing somebody, you will get teased more and more, and the teasing will not stop. And I think that was the wisdom the parents used. And you see, the kids were not thinking with their head, and they were not thinking with their brain, and they were not using their ability to fail. So the parents said, we know what to do. We'll get them to sit together to think and talk. And when they started talking and insulting each other, they got to a point they were tired. Kids, before you get to the point of insulting each other, don't even do it. Don't get upset with each other unnecessarily. If you are upset with someone, talk to them that you're upset rather than taking it home and upsetting everybody at home. And at the end of the day, you don't gain anything from it, because when they ask them, so why were you upset? Were they able to say anything? No. So I think I had a discussion with you, Jamie, today. Why were you upset? Did you remember what I was asking Jamie? Jamie, why are you upset? She couldn't tell us why she was upset. And it was upsetting to me because she was really upset. So when we're upset, we should think with our brain and have the ability to ask ourselves the question, why am I really upset? Is it necessary? Does it make any sense? Does it make the next person better or not? And on that note, kids, we say we had a lovely time reading with you and learning new lessons. And we will see you tomorrow on Reading with Joan. So, bye-bye and see you later. Bye.